Three Mississippi universities have rebranded their DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion divisions, but not so fast. It might not be the victory for the good guys that it looks like. Before we dive into that, real quick, as we go into Labor Day weekend here in Central Mississippi, I've got my Buy FA, not my Buy FA, I got my FAFO and Vote Felon shirts and everything else for that matter on sale right now on my website, buyfafo.com. You can see it right there on your screen. And if you look at the scroll on the bottom, I've even got some better news. Everything is marked down to $20 plus shipping and handling right off the site. Use the promo code FAFO20 at checkout. That's FAFO20 at checkout and save at least $10 on every item from caps to flags to shirts to tank tops and more. Real quick, here's the tank tops. Boom. Got a few select sizes available. Those are men and women unisex tank tops, fit great. They're made by Bella Canvas, very popular. The shirts are a tri-blend fitted. I'm wearing it now. I mean, look at that. I'm kidding. But if it'll hold those big things, you know it's a nice fitted shirt. I got jokes. What can I say? Anyway, one more thing. Boom. You got the Vote Felon, Make Liberals Cry Again. You got the FAFO cap. You got the FAFO flag. Again, everything $20. Your pick. Just use the promo code FAFO20 at checkout at buyfafo.com. Nothing says Labor Day like telling your boss man to F around and find out. All right, all kidding aside, let's go over here to WLBT and check this out. You guys know I'm big following this DEI stuff because what it really should spell is DIE because that's what they're trying to do. I won't say at war with Shad White. I'm 90% a fan of Shad White. There's just 10% of some stuff he's up to that I'm not a fan of. But this is one thing that keeps me 100% in the Shad White camp. That is his attack on DEI, whether his intentions are pure or not. At least somebody isn't afraid to do it. So let's go over here to WLBT and see exactly what's going on at Mississippi State, Ole Miss, and Southern Miss when it comes to their DEI departments.
DEI, it stands for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Universities around the country have DEI divisions.
But some of our state officials are raising a red flag to say they're not doing what you'd expect, and the political backlash isn't stopping. Just more than a year ago, Auditor Shad White called attention to concerns about DEI divisions at the state's universities. He says they're sharing controversial ideology with students that's being funded by you, the taxpayer.
They don't want to teach their kids at home that they should treat everybody the same way, regardless of their race, only to send them off to a university and have them sit through a taxpayer-funded session on the evils of whiteness.
And that right there, the evils of whiteness. Let's replay that one real quick because I want to make sure y'all are hearing that. He's a statewide elected official telling you the truth about this.
A taxpayer-funded session on the evils of whiteness, which is a real thing that happened at a Mississippi university.
Absolutely uncalled for. No excuse, should never happen. Could you imagine for a second that there was a class about the evils of blackness? And you very well could just point the camera at the city of Jackson, but ta-da, with some actual evidence of bad things that go on in Democrat-controlled cities. But you're not allowed to say that. Just like you shouldn't be allowed to teach kids the evil of damn whiteness. It's mind-boggling that this is allowed to go on in this or any other state or school in this entire country of these United States of America. I am grossly offended. And I don't get offended. But man, nothing offends me more than stupidity. Let's continue.
Senator Angela Hill unsuccessfully attempted to get a bill passed defunding the divisions.
In 2023, 70% of the DEI money was spent on salaries for employees, not scholarships for students. And if you look at the numbers that IHL has put out, minority enrollment has dropped by several hundred in the last few years, while the spending on the DEI programs has increased by 47%.
Now, Mississippi State, Southern Miss, and Ole Miss have all rebranded.
My big concern is that they're changing their name, but they're not going to change anything that they're doing.
Yeah, Shad, that's the same concern I have. Just like I was telling somebody today on my radio show, I'm going to try to watch a little college football this weekend. But the second, and I'm telling you, I ain't watched 5 football games since George Floyd committed suicide. However, I'm gonna try to watch a game. I'm a big Mississippi State fan. I like watching Ole Miss. I like watching Mississippi State beat Ole Miss. Hadn't happened in a while, but well, it happened last year, I guess. Anyway, I digress. I would like to be able to enjoy that without seeing the football players marching down the field doing this, kneeling for anthems, without any racism nonsense, stop racism nonsense in the end zone. That goes for pro football as well. Anyway, continuing. That'll be it for me, though. If that happens this year, if any of that woke social justice BS happens on an SEC football field, I'm done. And I know they don't care. I'm just one person, and I ain't spending any money with them. I'm not buying jerseys. I probably won't buy tickets. I'm just a guy watching it on TV, where they make their most money anyway, and I'm going to be one less customer.
Mississippi State takes issue with the auditor's assessment.
What Shad White describes on the political stump is not what we're doing at Mississippi State University. I don't think it's what we're doing at the other universities in Mississippi. But he's entitled to his opinion. He's not entitled to his facts.
MSU says they're
Now, I like Sid Salter, and I respect Sid Salter. I do not know him personally, but everything I know about Sid Salter is on the 10-10s. So it really does concern me, and I would like to maybe reach out and try to get Sid on my radio show or on this here podcast and see exactly what it is they are doing that would be considered diversity, equity, and inclusion. We're done with diversity. We're done with it. It's all about the matriarchy now. Who can be the best at the job? Damned your color. If you're the smartest, you get the scholarship. If you're the dumbest, you don't. That's how it works.
They're helping connect students to resources and improve access to groups like veterans, first-generation students, and those coming out of the foster system. Ole Miss echoed similar sentiment, saying its new division is designed in part to address the steady decline in the number of Mississippi high school graduates enrolling in higher education.
Now the biggest problem we have here is we have me and Gerard Gibbert talked about this on a podcast I did. You can find all of those clipped up or the long form right here on the YouTube channel. The biggest problem Mississippi has at our universities is these people are getting these degrees and they're hauling ass out of state because we got a brain drain issue because I'm going to blame it on Jackson, Mississippi being such a hellhole that it's the one big urban base where kids could live, I say kids, but younger folks that want to have, single people without kids could live downtown, walk, shop, work, play, live an urban lifestyle. It's a damn third world hellhole down there. And nobody wants to stay and do that. And there's nothing to do down there. There was a mass shooting at one of the only bars on Capitol Street that even has the type of condos and lofts and those type of living situations where people would want to live. You can't afford to live in Belhaven or Fondren straight out of college. I mean, those are $500,000 homes nowadays because supply and demand. Anyway, so we got brain drain going on. So we're providing scholarships to our best and brightest high school students, and then they're flying their asses right out of Mississippi because they don't want to stay here and work, because they don't want to live in like bedroom communities like Brandon and Pearl and Madison and none of these places here in central Mississippi. They don't want to go to South Haven. I wouldn't either. I'd be hauling ass to Nashville, Austin. I ain't black, so not Atlanta, but I can understand if you're black, you'd want to go to Atlanta or Dallas. I mean, I'm just saying, call a spade here. We got to start doing more to revitalize our communities and to get economic development in Mississippi so these students will want to stay in Mississippi. On the flip side, these kids that are getting what I call these DEI degrees, these critical race theory degrees, these are useless underwater basket weaving degrees. We do not need to be offering these degrees that can never pay for themselves in their lifetime. You can never earn enough money back to justify the cost of that degree. That makes no sense. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's like paying $10 million for a business that you can only make back $1 million every 10 years. You wouldn't do that. It wouldn't make any sense. And that's the kind of BS we've got going on at these schools. We got to nip it in the bud. Some of y'all just going to have to learn. You're going to have to learn that you don't deserve a 4-year college degree. Go learn how to work on air conditioners. Go learn how to be an electrician. Go learn how to be a plumber. You will make more money out the door without any student loan debt than 50% of the people on any of these college campuses. You'll learn work ethic, you'll be respected, and you will be way further ahead in life. If I could do it all over again, and I guess I still can at 47, I would get into one of those: new construction plumbing, new construction electrical, or HVAC in Mississippi in the summer. It sucks, but you can make 6 figures in about 4 months if you work your ass off in Mississippi, if you learn how to work on air conditioning. All right, man, this has been the Clay Edwards Show. I'm going to talk about this Friday morning on the radio show. So depending on what time you listen to it, we're going to peel this onion back a little bit further. This is a topic I am fired up about, if you can't tell. I hope you all have a happy Labor Day. It'll be a live radio show Friday, and I won't be back in the studio till Wednesday. So taking me a little time off, maybe a little road trip, get out of town for the first time in 5 or 6, 7, 8 years. It's been a long time since I rock and rolled, as they say. But I will have my phone with me. I will be able to make videos. It might not look this nice, but if it's an important enough message, I will run my mouth about it. We can talk about it. Make sure you're following me on my other social media platforms: TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, and X at SaveJXN. We do a lot of short form videos on all of those. YouTube, we try to do these 8 to 10, 12-minute videos, a little more peeling back the onion, being able to show you more stuff, listen to the news people, all of that. Please hit like, subscribe, share, and hey, don't forget, grab a shirt if you can. Help a brother out. We don't really make any money off the views or none of this stuff. Try to sell a few T-shirts, try to build this thing up the hard way, make it a part of what we do. I appreciate all the support. Couldn't do any of it without you. God bless you guys. Stay safe. Have a blessed Labor Day weekend. And hey, we're going to keep fighting, man. We going to save Jackson. We got something in the works. Big event at the Capitol today. We're going to talk about it tomorrow on the radio show as well. The official Save Jackson Committee. They named it after your boy. That ain't a joke. Got a lot of good things coming. We just had to keep fighting. Had to keep fighting. Had to get used to being called a racist because you knew you were winning. If enough of them called you a racist, you knew you were winning. You just had to keep pushing. That's what we did, and you're about to see some damn change happen in Jackson. I'm excited about it, and it'll be the chance to dance in the face and spike the football when we finally win. All right, y'all stay blessed, man. Have a good night. I got to get my butt to bed. It's 10 o'clock. I got to be up at 5 o'clock, so I'm too old for this. Peace out.